shoot, 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 shoot.
Hey guys, welcome. It's your boy Ren City coming back at it. Missed out on last week's NFL recap, but back at it again like some white bands. So, welcome to a short version of the usual sports and shorts of sorts NFL recaps we've been doing. And my week 13 recap should be up later today, but I just did not want to miss out on my predictions for tonight's Thursday night football game. I mean, the Thursday night football matchups, they've been pretty good lately. And this game could be the best of the bunch. Like, we got a doozy ahead of us here. Two of the best teams in the NFC, which also happen to play in the NFC North. My 9-3, rocking them again. Green Bay Packers going into the Motor City, take on the NFC, not just NFC North, but NFC leading Detroit Lions. They're 11-1 record, tied with the Kansas City Chiefs for the best record in the NFL. They're not playing around right here. The Lions are on a 10-game winning streak, including a win in Lambeau over the Packers back in Week 9 during this streak. I mean, the last time the Lions lost, we're talking about back in Week 2 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I hate to say this about a division rival, but the Lions are the best team in the NFL right now. They've taken on the full mindset of head coach Dan Campbell, who has to be the front runner for Coach of the Year this season. This offense has no flaws. Sonic and Knuckles in the running game, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. That dynamic receiving core, Amon-Ra St. Brown. The resurgent Tim Patrick and the real wild card and Jameson Williams. I mean, he's going to get a bunch of touchdowns or he's going to get some penalties and get chewed out by the coaches. It's a coin flip. Jared Goff, he seems the perfect leader for this team. The Detroit faithful love their starting quarterback. Sam Laporta, he seems to find his groove again. He's getting in the end zone more frequently. And this offensive line, the offense wouldn't be where it is without this offensive line. And like Penei Sewell, it's crazy. This tackle should be warranting MVP votes. You've heard every NFL pundit, everyone on TV is talking about how amazing he is. And there's a reason. If you just see him on the field, it's amazing. The guy, he blocks so effectively. Hell, they even had him trying to throw the ball. I mean, the guy does it all. He's much watched TV on the offensive line, which is not something you've heard about a lot. So all this great stuff I'm talking about the Lions. Let's not cut down the Packers here. Jordan Love, he's the real deal. The quarterback reign of supremacy in Green Bay continues from Favre to Rodgers. I think we can say Love's living up to that. It's early, but the guy's the real deal. He had 8 straight games with an interception. He's now gone 2 straight without. It's going to be tough to do against this Detroit team, but Love sharing it with receivers on his own team. Christian Watson, he's becoming that deep threat again, making the plays that we are expecting out of him. Jaden Reed's more involved. Tucker Kraft, man, he's becoming one of the best tight ends in the NFL. And Josh Jacobs out of the backfield. How about him even scoring his first receiving touchdown earlier in the season? Just took him 6 years into his 6th year to do it, but he's huge in this receiving game. Obviously, a name missing, Romeo Doubs. I always mess it up. Romeo Doubs. I've heard his name 100 times. And I think Dobby from Harry Potter, and I just mix it in. But anyway, he's battling a concussion. Sounds like I am. But hopefully we can get him back on the field. He's very important, and he really has a great connection with Jordan Love there. So hopefully we can get him back on the field soon. Some other key injuries for the Packers. Jair Alexander is missing another game, dealing with that knee injury he picked up back in Week 11. Corey Ballantyne and Edgerrin Cooper, they're still out on the Packers defense, so that's going to hurt them here. And going up against the Lions offense is not very good. They'll have their work cut out for them. But you can't talk injuries without talking about the Lions here. A defensive line that's already missing superstar Aiden Hutchinson, who is maybe going to be back if they make it to the Super Bowl. So that's not very promising. But now you have Levi and Wizariki, Josh Pascal, and DJ Reader all out for the big game tonight. And I talked about that dynamic offensive line. The great tackle Sewell is going to be missing his tackle in crime. Taylor Decker is going to be missing this game. He had missed last week, so back-to-back weeks with him out. The Lions do have cornerbacks Carlton Davis and Emmanuel Mosley suiting up, so that's a help, but it's the time of the year people are hurting right now, and I feel bonkers picking against the Lions. Maybe it's just my heart, not my brain, but I feel Jordan Love, he's going to protect the ball. And I feel the Packers are going to win it. They're capable of finishing drives with touchdowns and clutch enough defensively to use Dan Campbell's aggressive fourth down calling against them. Finishing drives and creating turnovers, whether they're on turnover on downs or not, that's going to be what propels to the Packers to the upset victory in Detroit on prime time. And there was a picture shared on social media by running back Jahmyr Gibbs with the Lions protection calls in the background. But Dan Campbell said he didn't give a fuck about that. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, he's not expecting to gain much advantage from that. He said there's other things they got to look for rather than sitting down and breaking down all the words. I imagine one guy on the staff, they have enough people on the staff who's sitting there breaking this down. You know, you got to take every advantage you can, but I don't think it's going to be a difference maker in here. Both teams are confident coming in. You love it. You love the NFC North is looking like one of the best divisions in the NFL, and I'm excited to see Green Bay go into Detroit, make up for that loss in Week 9. It's going to be a fun one at Ford Field, and I'm expecting the Packers to win. I'm not expecting 50 burgers, but I think it's not going to be a low-scoring game. Go Packers. We'll see what happens tonight, but as mentioned earlier, Week 13 recaps on the way. Rest of the predictions for Week 14, they're coming. We got a hell of a week ahead of us in the NFL, so tune in. It all starts tonight, Thursday Night Football. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, with Ren City saying it here. Packers are taking it. We'll see. Ren City out.